today we're going to dive really deep into character thoughts, and then we're going to be writing about not just plot events that happen, but how the characters think about those plot events. All right, the basics of every single story is that every story starts off with a character sitting around a place. And then along comes a problem. And then everyone tries to solve this problem. Well, not everyone. Sometimes there's a few people trying to make the problem worse. But eventually the problem gets solved. And so every single story has that basic format. Now some characters are kind of despicable, but lovable. And some characters are kind of annoying, but hilarious. And some characters, well, they're just kind of wimpy, right? And how the reader thinks of those has everything to do with the character's voice. And that's exactly what we're learning today. In good stories, there are lots of cool plot events that happen. But in great stories, there's lots of character thoughts in between those plot events. Now, basically, this class is very good at adding those plot details. And I'm very impressed with the things that I have been reading from you about plot moving forward. If I gave you just a simple sentence, like first he went outside and grabbed a, you could think of lots of cool things that the character could grab. After that, he attacked the, I wonder what you're going to write that he attacked. But then he remembered about the, using these three images and your own imagination, I know you could have lots of interesting things happen. But today, we're going to focus on having those things happen with the character thoughts mixed in. So we're going to practice just that. I'm going to give you some plot events right here. And then we're going to be delving into each character and practicing what they think. So let's read this together. It says, let's practice. Once upon a time, there was a man named Amir. Amir was homeless now, and he roamed the streets of the city. He told anyone that would listen that he was the descendant of a long line of powerful emperors. Most of the people of the city were afraid of him and avoided him. One day, the emperor of a foreign land came through the city and... That's all plot right there. I didn't say a single character thought. I said what they were doing and then what was going to happen soon. So now we're going to practice getting into the thoughts of each character. So I want you to just imagine for a minute, what would the real emperor think as he walked through a city? Would he be thinking about, oh, I better hurry through, the city is disgusting? Or is he saying, I'd like to go slow, I've never seen this city before? Each one of those thoughts is going to take the story in a completely different level. So I want you to think, what would the emperor think walking through this town? And at the same time, what would Amir be thinking? If Amir keeps telling everyone how he's the descendant of emperors, and now he sees a real emperor, is he going to cower in the corner and say, oh, I hope he doesn't find out I'm a fraud? Or is Amir going to say, now's my chance, and attack the emperor and try to take his throne? Like, what's going to happen? What Amir is thinking is going to turn the plot. But now, my best writers are going to be thinking, who else is in the scene? Because if you're in a big old city, it's not just an emperor and Amir, right? There is a priest. There is a woman selling flowers. There is children running around causing a ruckus. Who else is in the scene? And what is that person thinking? Now, the most creative among you is going to be thinking, who is not in the scene? Because if Amir is walking around, ready to do whatever it is he's about to do, where's Amir's daughter? Where's Amir's mother? Where's Amir's ex-wife who got tired of, I don't know. Now I'm starting to write the story for you. Hold on. So always think, who's the main people in the scene? Who's the minor people in the scene? And who's not even there? And that's the beauty of stories. You can tell what someone's thinking who's not even there. I love that about stories. So what I want you to do now is I want you to pause to work. You're going to use the worksheet that you were given to just start imagining the different details. That worksheet looks just like this. Okay? Once you finish this worksheet, I want you to try for 300 words. Try to make 300 words on this worksheet, what different characters are thinking. Then I want to see if you can finish the story. Now, you don't have to have an entire story, a beginning, middle, end problem. Right now, this is just practicing character thoughts. That's it. Okay, so go ahead and pause and fill out the worksheet with 300 words. Now your task is, in a story that you are writing, I want you to reread it, and I want you to go back and find a good part to add some character thoughts. So this could be a story that you already have the problem developed. You already have lots of good plot events that happen. And just slide in one sentence here about a character's thinking. Slide in another sentence 2 paragraphs later about what a character's thinking. Just add some character thoughts. You could add any character, major or minor. You can tell what your main character thinks, what your villain thinks, what the mother of the villain thinks, or the best friend of the villain, or the neighbor. Like, the list goes on and on. It's a process. And like I said before, I'm going to say it again, I don't care if it sounds horrible the first time. Lots of writers put in a sentence here, put in a sentence there, and then 2 days later read it and take it out again. So this is just practice putting in the character thoughts in an actual story. So that's it. That's the end of the lesson today. I want you to post that on Google Classroom and get started on some great writing.